or how clean this stream is going to look. Crisis 2, not Crisis 2. Very Chrysler. It's time shift. And you don't actually need the text that big. Select font, time shift, 125, 100. Hey Vlad, how's it going? 95, 95, 95 is fine. That's about the middle. Hey Vlad, hey Jacob. Well, we'd better get some energy in my system if I'm gonna live stream and not be tired. So I've got a can of something called Dark Blue that I found recently. Say found, it makes it sound like I didn't go into a shop and buy it. I did go into a shop to buy it. Okay, super curious about this game. I have been super curious about this game for the longest time. Ooh, update. If you decline this update, you'll be signed out of Xbox Live. I'm sure it's fine. It's probably not like a game-breaking exploit or anything like that. This energy drink tastes particularly bad. Sierra. I went through all my Xbox 360 games again today, looking for all the ones that hadn't yet logged down. Found that copy of Naughty Bear that doesn't work. Cleaned the disc. Still didn't work. Really, really cleaned the disc. Still didn't work. The update fixes the enemy armor. The 1.0 version, you can pop them easier. Wait, it makes the game easier if it's unpatched. Okay. It's already stupidly easy. Ah, you told me I could make it easier. So that's what I'm gonna do. Right, as an update, it's gonna be stored in the cache instead. Only large updates are stored as files. If I can make the game easier, I'm gonna play it offline. Controls seems pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. Subtitles. Not seeing a subtitle option. VSync on console. VSync on console and no subtitle option. Okay. Better hope I can hear it. Let's have a look at what the achievements are like. Casual, skilled, elite. Oh, there's online ones. Okay. So I'll play on the difficulty that I want to play on then. Because that means I don't have to worry about whether or not I can get 1K. If I'm not going to be able to get 1K, I'll just play on whatever difficulty I like. This is American jank, but it feels like Eurojank. Oh, this isn't actually Eurojank. No offense here. Something which I saw today which annoys me. Takes time to build a game collection. Is a teenage guy which, by using his millionaire money from YouTube, created a complete game collection. That feels like a waste of money, doesn't it? You're buying games you're not going to play. What's the point? Just to, like, flex your wealth? Okay, I've got a video game collection for Xbox 360 nearing 240 games. But here's the difference. I actually play them. I play them! Even if only for a little while. I play them! Now, Vlad, you know what I was saying about snowy Russia? Am I getting confused with Singularity? Because I'm looking at this introduction, and this is not the game I remember playing on a legal adjacent copy in the late 2000s. This doesn't look like the game I thought it was. The game I'm thinking of has sort of like very orange and brown color scheme. It's a bit more grounded in reality. This, I'm seeing robots, futuristic suits, like all sorts of weird shit going on. Like, I'm starting to think Singularity is Americans going to a secret Russian island. Right, so that's the one I'm thinking of. That's the one I'm thinking of. So I'm playing a different game than I thought I was going to be playing today. Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll give any game a go in my collection. At some point, I'll play the Pro Evolution Soccers. Actually, I can't promise that I'm going to play the Pro Evolution Soccers.
I reset SAM to intercept any video feed within the proximity. I just hope it's ready.
Hey, get up. We didn't want to move you till that suit stopped making noises. Come on, we gotta get out of here. Shit, they're close. Hurry, on your feet.
I wish I could hear what you were saying, sir, but there's no subtitles.
Evaluating vital signs. Vital signs stable.
Evaluating vital signs. Yes, it's only me, and I'm all alone. Back to see current objective. Locate fugitive scientist Dr. Aiden Crone. Dr. A. Crone. I hear he's a bit of an old lady, that one.
It should be obvious you allow this.
The game's got a nice look. It's very bump mapped. Very bump mapped. Very shiny. Reminds me a lot of the original Condemned. Hey Johnny, how's it going? Reminds me a lot of the original Condemned, and very, very bump mapped. Barrel. Oh, bump mapping on that. This is my era of game, to be fair. So what I'm seeing is making me very happy. The way he bought and stored his games using double sticking tape to tape them to the wall. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh. You're making me sad. I don't want to see this video. This game collector. Oh, immersive cutscenes like Half-Life 2.
To secure the exit path. Your squad brings up the
Rendezvous with Commander Cook at edge of Alpha District.
Incoming threat detected.
Do I get a gun? I like this so far. It has a vibe. It definitely does remind me of Condemned. Not like the environments. The environments are very futuristic. But, the way everything is bump mapped and shiny, like, really reminds me of Condemned. And the people as well. Well, the people look a little bit better. Yo, we got 60 frames in here! It's on... Wow, the game is uncapped. Oh, if this were playable on Xbox Series, could you imagine how smooth it would run?
Intercepting enemy transmission.
Unfortunately, your continued failure to stand down.
What's wrong with you? Shut up. Keep moving. What are your friends? Okay, they're gone. Get up the fire escape and I'll cover you. We're ready.
There is little time left.
Can't hear a word you're saying, sir. I assume I have to go up here.
Here, take mine.
Oh, thanks. Couldn't shoot him. Also, let me gush about the rain. That looks alright. Looks better than Grand Theft Auto, the Definitive Trilogy.
Come on, breathe. Stay with me. Stay with me.
My dude. My dude.
You gotta try, man. Come on.
Rescue breaths, alright? 30 compressions. Your speed sucks. 120 BPM. Then 2 safety breaths. Pinch the nose, tilt the head back. Oh my god! You could have saved him. Fucking idiot. Could have saved him. I was hyped about the new Monster High, but the new art style. Yeah. So seeing what Monster High currently looks like, where all the monster girls have had too many pies, I'm worried that any new Monster High game will have that new aesthetic. If it does, I will be quite skeptical. Two things about Monster High. One, the ghouls have got to be slim and they've got to have beautiful thighs and big thick asses. And two, they've got to have dick-sucking lips. If you have neither of those things in your Monster High property, it's gonna fail. Oh, I thought I... Oh no! Oh no, aim is on... Oh no, zoom is on right stick. Yeah, New Ghoul and Skull's art style is spot on. Wait, is this one of those first-person shooters with... Oh, that's alright. But I'd say, if it was a first-person shooter where you have limited health, and you have to find health packs, we were gonna have a falling out, but it's alright.
You in the suit. Over here. Think they saw you?
I don't know if that worked, but okay. Go that way. So Day fighting Paper Mario Fever. You're gonna give in, aren't you? You're gonna end up buying Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I will admit I haven't even looked at what the prices of that game is like. I don't know what it launched at in the UK, like price-wise. I haven't bothered looking into it. I figured that if I don't look into it, I can't buy it, you know? So that's how I'm engaging self-control on that one. So I mean, I probably do want it. But I did have a YouTube payout, so if you'll want me to play Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, then I will probably have to get it with the YouTube payout money. But otherwise, I'm staying away. So, I mean, I bought that Princess Peach game shortly after it came out. I haven't got around to playing it yet. The guys behind this, they used an engine in a copyright-infringingly Gears clone called Inversion. Inversion. Software version 7.0. Looking at life through the eyes of a tire hub. Whatever that means. Eating seeds. Is it this one? This one, yeah? Any good? Any good? What I particularly like is that the game's box art is 90 degrees. Let me know if Inversion's any good, and I'll bump it up the playlist. And manual saves, thanks for the heads up. So on PC, that's probably like F6, F9, right? But not so much here. Glad that Nintendo confirmed they still focus on physical games for their next consoles. Well, Nintendo knows that the general public, not everyone is a gamer, right? Not everyone is a gamer. Not everyone knows about like digital storefronts and all that stuff. You know, you're not gonna give Timmy a Steam code, a Switch digital code for Christmas and go, here you go, Timmy. You're gonna give him a box with a cartridge in it, the game on it. So it would be foolish to phase out physical entirely, but I think what Nintendo will do is release less copies of things. I think they will reduce the number of physical copies. I don't have a run! No run? Physical or I sail the seas. That's fair. Everybody has a point, you know, a bulking point. A point where they say no. It's all different depending on the person. I do a lot of playing on Steam, so I'm used to games being digital. But I basically made the decision that PC physical is dead due to the nature of what PC platform is like. However, I don't want consoles to lose their physicality just yet. I like owning games. I like physically owning games. Even if, you know, I could just as easily pop on a website like Miriam and pull down an Xbox 360 ISO and run it on my JTAG. I prefer, you know, to be playing games that I own on actual hardware. So that's all part of the joy of it. Getting ammo. Oh shit. Oh, I see him. Take it I just gotta gun all these fuckers down. Difference between Steam and digital on console is that I can trust Valve more. Yeah, I totally understand that. I think Valve do care for the consumer more, which is why there's talk of Microsoft buying Steam. No thanks. No thanks. What's the alt fire on this? Whoa! Whoa! Laser beam? Yo, it's the title screen! I know this shot. It's like the opening shot when the game started up, wasn't it? Do I have a run? Okay. You know a lot about first-person shooters, especially from this era, Vlad. I didn't get on with it the last time I tried to play it. Should I give Jericho another shot? Should I give Jericho another chance? I think I have such a love for this sort of era of shooter now, and this sort of era of game, that I think I would be willing to overlook the things I didn't like about Jericho the last time I tried to play it. Good shot, bro. Blind Barker's Jericho is a shit game with great ideas. I hated every second of it. That's how you sell a game. Quite frankly, it's a shit game with great ideas. If a game is ambitious and it's bad, I will play it. Because that ambition means a lot. Even if the people making it were so incompetent they could barely realize their ambitions into a useful form. This seems a bit messy. I wonder if Matt McMuscles has done a what happened for Jericho. Auto return initiate.
Triangulating. Alt stream departure coordinates. Alert. System malfunction. Alert. System function. System function malfunction.
Okay.
Malfunction. System alert. System alert.
Oh man. Complete a level without dying on skill difficulty. Alright, nice one. I'll take that.
Time gap failure. Auto return. Aborted. Error.
Oh, he did one of his 20-minute Flophouse plays. Alright.
Temporal origin drive damaged. System functionality altered.
Hey, hear me? Thanks for your life. You heard me. Let's hear it.
Press LB to activate your time shift.
Come on, fight back. I can't. Over here.
How do I know how long I can shift for?
Saved our ass. I don't give a shit how you did it.
Ah, it's the blue bar. I see.
Come on, let's move out.
Interesting mechanic. Kind of reminds me of the Thule medallion from Wolfenstein.
It should be no surprise that this so-called popular uprising was destined to fail from its inception. Yesterday's failed assassination attempts shone
Oh, Wolfenstein's another game I've got to go back to. Got to get back to that, man. Wolfenstein is the shit. Yo, look at that rain! Ho 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 ho! Alright. Oh man. Ho ho ho. That is incredible. I'm amazed by that. That's for pushing me out of cover, you fucking prick.
Exterminate those magistrate bastards, and we'll regroup on it. I'll cover you. Go, go, go!
I'm gonna see if there's any bid articles on Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door pre-order cinema set. Oh yeah. That thing looks so cool. Okay, fuck. How much did it release for? How much did it sell for over here? Logging into game. $44.99. Okay. Argos price. Argos is sometimes cheaper. $39.99. Kingsmead. The copies of Kingsmead. That's not too far to walk. I'll need to have a think about it. Oh. That glass effect in the windows. Completely unnecessary, right? A completely unnecessary detail. Van pre-ordered the limited run Tomb Raider collectors thing. I wish I liked Tomb Raider. It's one of those series, man, that I just every time I've attempted to get into it, I just can't. Can't I, like, warn that guy? Can't I, like, drag him out the hallway and be like, trust me, dude. Got Shadowgun. Oh, it's like a shotgun. Okay.
To your demise. There is simply no other outcome.
Shit.
No surprise.
Please help me! Man down!
Was destined to fail from its
He's armed!
Yesterday.
You know what that reminds me of? Running up to an enemy in stop time and grabbing their weapon and using on them? Super hot. Super hot. Super hot. That's what it reminds me of.
I must reiterate the consequences of any further escalation of violence.
Concealed threat detected. What does that mean? Oh, they're hiding. Look, if this time technology existed, right, wouldn't everybody be using it?
The deadline for registration is quickly approaching. Your families and loved
Why are the enemies not using this stuff if it's so powerful?
All units.
Yo, ragdoll!
Dispatch, need backup.
The Crown Magistrate was established in your own well created.
Prevent misfires. I honestly thought that said potato knishes. I was about to have a moment of pure freaking out, but it's alright. It said prevent misfires. Don't know why it looked like potato knishes
As the magistrate
out of the corner of my eye.
means of protecting you.
Potato knishes. Potato knishes. This looks dangerous, doesn't it? I figured as much. I figured that I could stop time and walk on water. I love that there's an achievement for that. I'm getting shot from. Ah, yeah, I see.
Give me cover fire. I got. Requesting assistance. Someone take him out. I need cover. If I were you.
You were right, this game is baller. Please, for the love of God, do a rewind on the rain. Is that a rewind? It didn't look as good as slowing down the rain. Maybe on console it looks a bit worse, because, you know, impaired shaders.
Incoming threat detected.
Incoming threat detected. Get up there.
Chemical electric reserves detected. Unstable circuits
Ooh.
detected.
Let's try that again. Oh, I keep falling off there. Oh, this is cool. This is cool.
As the magistrate continues to seek out advanced means of protecting you from outside threats, our ongoing atmospheric experiments may prolong the rainy season. We regret. Suspect armed!
One game that I wish got an Xbox 360 port and never did was Cryostasis. That's another one with sort of like time control sort of mechanics. I really wish, you know, Cryostasis had got a console port. To be fair, I kind of wish You Are Empty got a console port as well. Nothing personnel, kid. I love this. I love this. Cryostasis has a release on GOG.com. I think I own it on GOG, so if you want me to pull it down on GOG and let you know how that version runs.
Stand there. Move.
I'm Paradox Possible. Oh. You don't want to fish and mail, do we? Oh, they're good guys. See, I'd be terrible in a war situation, so I'd just be shooting everyone, so I can't tell the difference between good guys and bad guys. I like this. Once again, the same thing I always say. I'm kicking myself for not playing this back in the day.
Commander Cook, it's Hanson. We lost Sergeant Miller. We picked up a new recruit you gotta meet.
Save it, Hanson. Just make sure he's got my comm frequency. All right, change of plans. Get your squad to the military administration building fast as you can. Take the tunnels to the subway. Stay clear of the
This is
turrets
really
in the
good.
park. You should be fine.
Now or never. How do you do that?
Hey. Oh, you're a good guy. Then why was I getting damage indicators from the back? This is still on Steam, right? You can still pick this one up. I take it runs a lot better on PC. Seeing as this version is uncapped, I assume the PC version is as well. €15. Yeah, no thanks. I'll maybe pick it up in the summer sale. It's like €5. I'm just gonna climb over the fence. I can't do that. Oh god. I could blow myself up. Hey, Matzo, how's it going? Pretty sure that's not how Hood Rat goes. I think it's the right way. Oh, that bump mapping. Oh. There's just a vibe to games of this era, you know? That was just an assumption on my part that that was going to be a time-based puzzle.
We got a code 5.
5 weapons out of enemy hands. Okay, cool.
Tactics enhanced. Manual time shift. Viable.
Fuck you! Whoops. What's poppin'? Checking out TimeShift, eating a gypsy tart, drinking an energy drink. Feeling pretty good about myself.
They want to die.
Enhanced. Manual time shift. Viable.
Wee, 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 wee. Haha, come at me, bro! Haha. Haha. Is there any chance you might be streaming off a laptop or using your webcam mic by accident? I am streaming off of a laptop.
I am using this mic.
Which is sitting on the edge of the laptop. I'm sorry to any headphone wearing viewers for that. It's not the best mic setup. I take it it's too distracting. Yeah, like a Weesing mic. That's precisely the kind of mic it is, yeah. Question that comes to mind, why aren't people making new games for old hardware? Well, people are. Admittedly, not a great deal of people are. I mean, the guy who's working on Arsenal AXA Knights of the Alaska Mask is developing the game for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 at the same time. But they're not. That's not going to be pressed onto PS3 or Xbox 360 discs. You have to have it in. You have to have your console in dev kit mode or modified in like JTAG or custom firmware to be able to play it. As you say, Dreamcast, still like a budding scene for that. There'll definitely be people out there making games for world of consoles still, but admittedly not a large number of them.
Your squad's all we got out there. Just make it happen.
I mean, there's still stuff getting made for NES. That's because a lot of hobbyist developers love the limitations that the NES has in place. Take, for example, Micro Mages, which is a Nintendo Entertainment System title. The team that worked on it deliberately set out to make the largest game they could for the smallest size NES cartridge. They managed to get several levels, multiplayer, tons of art tiles and assets. Ooh, sorry. All within the incredibly limited amount of space of, like, the smallest NES cartridge. So there's people out there setting out to make games for older systems, but nobody really making stuff for the Xbox 360 and PS3. I think because it's so locked down, it's still got to go through Sony or Microsoft. Unless, you know, you're running it on a custom firmware or on a JTAG machine. Alright, I see ya. Bit of a bullet sponge, isn't they? Xbox 360 and PS3 is still very contemporary. Not much challenge in getting anything decent running on it. I suppose, yeah, you've got a point. The hardware is powerful enough that you're not exactly working within a massive amount of constraints. But I would also argue that game design for Xbox 360 was probably the last. This was like probably the last era where you could get a game from concept to shelf in 8 to 10 months. Right? Once you start moving on to Xbox One and PlayStation 4, that's when we start to see production costs go up. You start to see people's expectations of video games go up. Like, this was the last real era where you could get a game from concept to shelf that fast, and it be a decent game. I miss that. I would love to see some smaller studios cut their teeth on Xbox 360s and PS3 style games. Because there's definitely a market for this shit. I know I would be up for it. I mean, I can't vouch for, like, everybody being up for it, but I'd be up for it.
Legal heat source detected.
$18 months for Modern Warfare 3. That's a long development time. That topic of PC games that should have got console ports Tunnel Rats. I'm dead fucking serious. The PC version of Tunnel Rats is basically the Xbox 360 version of Tunnel Rats. All the achievement code is there. All the Xbox 360 code is there, just buried. That should have got a console port, man. This gun that I'm holding reminds me of, like, the blaster rifle from Star Wars. It's got, like, the same shape. I should have stopped time. Modern Warfare 3 was chosen by Activision when Advanced Warfare 2 was pitched by Sledgehammer. Oh, there was going to be a second Advanced Warfare. Well, there could have been.
Detected.
Kevin Spacey moment. See, the problem with Kevin Spacey, right, is there's a... This is going to sound completely random, but trust me. There is a song by Tommy February 6 called Spacey Cowgirl. S-P-A-C-Y Cowgirl. And all I could think is Kevin Spacey dressed as a cowgirl.
All units engage.
Whenever I hear the name Kevin Spacey now, all I can think of is Kevin Spacey with, like, pigtails, right? A cowboy hat. Alright, take care, Jacob. Jacob's off to go act on the mental imagery I just provided. You reckon Kevin Spacey dresses up as a cowgirl in spare time? Well, he's got a lot of spare time at the moment, seeing as nobody else wants to work with him. Come on, bar, fill up. Yeah. Piece of cake. Incoming threat detected. Incoming enemy from the rear! Oh no. Fucking tank.
Increase the
graffiti. This low-key has a bit of id Tech 4 vibe. I can see that. Yeah, bump mapping, the shadows. It's very Quake 4. But like I said, shooters of this era, shooters of this vibe, are kind of my scene.
Commander, we got ambushed, but managed to hold him off for the most part. But the new guy made it through without a hitch. Never seen anything like him, sir.
Oh, I can't jump over that.
Alright, son, it looks like you're solo. I hope you're as good as Hansen says. Use the subway and contact me when you've secured position by the military administration building. Good luck.
Okay. Ronan Garden.
The deadline for registration is quickly approaching. If your families and loved ones remain unregistered,
Code 5 armed.
Lethal electrical source detected.
Yeah. I thought I'd stopped time. I had slowed time. Alright, take care, Matzo. Peace. That's the point. Did I start streaming again and not announce the stream? I think I have a tendency to do that shit. And then I remember an hour in, I'm like, I should have done that. Yep. Yeah, I've noticed that if I want to use an ability, I've got to specify which one.
outside threats. Our ongoing atmospheric experiments may prolong the race.
Heads up. Recon's reporting a heavy, and it's coming your way. Watch your ass.
Incoming threat detected.
Now, to all sympathizers of this recent uprising,
Ballistic weapon.
if your unwarranted defiance continues, it can only lead to your demise. There is no other outcome. Should be no surprise, occupant uprising was destined.
Commander, we got ambushed, but managed to hold him off for the most part. But the new guy made it through without a hitch. Never seen anything like him, sir.
I copy. Take care of your squad, Hansen. We need him.
Don't want to have to do that bit again.
position by the military administration building. Good luck.
Suspect in position. Check in, code 4. Holding cover.
Beautiful. It's nothing quite like stopping time, walking straight up in their face, and firing the alt fire on the shotgun. Shoddy alt fire. Bang! 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 Wee! Wee!
Electrical source detected.
So long! Bye-bye! Shit. Can I rewind that? So I didn't waste my rocket? No, I can't. Can you? Ooh! I'm trying to read the chat! You rude fucking bastard! I also have a cool game tech anecdote. The new Hitman series takes mirrors into account for stealth. I don't know why I stopped playing Hitman, because I enjoyed what I played of like the Hitman 1 levels and Hitman 3. Woo! Oh! It stacks. Not all games did on 360. Not all games stacked. I might grab Hitman 3 on Steam at some point. I've heard that the VR implementation is not very good, but I'd like to give it a try anyway. VR is a nightmare. Tell me more.
Neither electrical source detected.
I like how so much of this game is just like, pause time, and hazard won't hurt you. Fire doesn't hurt you. Electricity doesn't hurt you. Water doesn't hurt you.
No surprise that this so-called occupant uprising was destined to fail from its inception.
All units. Suspect armed. Suspect located. In position.
You not jockey.
Damn! Officer down! Over here! Careful! Might be close. Squad report! Got one!
Only the right hand is usable. Okay, I won't be playing it VR. Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, it is not.
Start flanking!
Can't destroy the street lamps. Have you played Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, Flat? Like how Half-Life Alyx is like everybody's like peak VR experience. My peak VR experience is Above and Beyond. It was too expensive, didn't want to invest. I understand. Have a look during the summer sales if it, because I picked it up for half price, and I definitely have had my money's worth out of it. I need to finish that campaign, and still knowing there's like 4 more full-length missions that I haven't even got around to playing yet. It's crazy. That game is long. The gunplay is so good. Alyx feels too safe. I've heard very good things about Alyx. I've heard that the gunplay is satisfying. I've heard that, you know, being able to pick items up from far away with the glove is just really really intuitive. I like my VR more bodily involved. Above and beyond. There are tight spaces where you need to crouch IRL to get through them in Above and Beyond. There's a bit where you are on a plane, and you're like dropping bombs on an enemy base from above. And these planes, you know, are not like large spaces. They are small. They are small, tight spaces, and to get through it, you need to crouch in real life and be like looking over this gun and like navigating. It's crazy. It's so good. How does that Assassin's Creed VR like feel? If you've played it, how does it feel? Because I was going to pick that up and didn't. I like this, but this sure is safe. This is basic. But it's so so good. I can't put it down. I can't put this down. It feels pretty neat when going around climbing and stealthing. Combat is a bit jank. Also, I like that it revisits Ezio and Connor. Connor, yeah, I guess because I never played Assassin's Creed 3, I don't really care very much for Connor. But going back to Ezio de Firenze and do we get to play as Altair Al Sin Abad or whatever his fucking name is as well? At some point, not that pile. That's rogue. That pile. But we can't see that pile. Ugh. At some point. I would like to revisit my favorite. And I would also like to revisit my second favorite. Second favorite. I'd like to revisit these at some point. Revelations. It is controversial. I did not like Revelations. Revelations was not for me. And it's hard to pinpoint what I particularly didn't like about Revelations. Kind of hard to say what it was that I didn't enjoy, but there was something. Which is the one that ends with Danny Wallace getting shot? That's Revelations, isn't it? Or is that Brother? What's the one that ends with Desmond, like, shooting Danny Wallace? Now, let's face it, all of us want to shoot Danny Wallace. I totally understand where Desmond was coming from. Was Revelations. Danny Wallace getting shot. Only AC3 has Desmond popping people. Ah. Danny Wallace Assassins. Let's get an Assassin's Creed wiki page. Sean Hastings, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, that's that ugly face I remember. Brotherhood. Revelations. Find in page. Why doesn't this work? I swear I'm not making this up. So, Rebecca got shot at the end of Syndicate. Is that what I'm thinking of? Or have I Mandela affected into a new? I've just split off into a divergent timeline. That's what it is. It's just a divergent timeline. You can't fool me. I've just Berenstained, that's all.
My guy was using a remote server to access a weapons R&D database. We need that intel before they shut it down. All right, contact me when you reach the server. Until then, keep this channel clear.
Just talk to Cole. We got you. Can't believe you're going solo, man. Even Cook's that crazy. Let's roll.
Play Syndicate.
Ready. We got you covered, all right?
What was Syndicate on? Was it Syndicate more recent? I definitely haven't played Syndicate. Syndicate is 2015. I take it that was on Xbox One then, and PS4, if it was 2015. I've definitely only played Assassin's Creed games that released on Xbox 360.
We're in position. Light on your...
So I'm remembering something else entirely.
You're ready. We got you covered.
I feel like I got all these men shot. through my own stupidity. So which one is Rogue then? Does it go like Assassin's Creed 3 then Rogue? Three, 4 Rogue. So 4 was released on Xbox 360. Okay. It's another one I need then. Rogue was kind of a gift for people stuck on PS3 360. It launched the same day as Unity. Right, so Rogue is the very last... Sorry. Rogue was the very last one on Xbox 360 and PS3 then. This copy... I don't know if this was somebody's reprint of the cover, or if it just was released with shoddily printed covers and one folded piece of card for a manual that's also poorly printed. Probably was given such a cheap publishing job if it was sort of like a throwaway title. But I mean, this cover was printed out on somebody's home printer and cut with a guillotine by the looks of things. And I get the feeling it was published like that.
You can get in the building through the garage. We'll dig in and keep them off your ass. Go, go!
Somebody's reprint. In which case, fuck you, Sex. You should have given me a real cover. I don't care that much. The disc is fine. I just realized we've got British phone boxes. Are we in London right now?
Cook's gonna have our asses if we don't get you in that building. Now move!
Alright, I'm working on it. This building, huh? Can't go through that. Nope. I can go in this way.
Deactivated. Activated. Deactivated. Activated. Deactivated.
Deactivated.
Activated.
Deactivated. Activated. Deactivated. Activated. Sounds like me playing with a trainer. Cheat activated. Cheat deactivated. Ho ho! Ooh, steady on. Got another turret guy over there. Turret guys are proving to be very annoying. Yeah. I get out of ammo in this game very easily. Enemies flank me a lot. Really annoying. Oh! Activated. Deactivated. Activated. Activated. Bruh. When you come over here and fight me like a man. Leave your friend standing there like that.
One down.
Switching? They're going back. Giving up on me? Don't tell me I have to go through the whole game doing pacifist takedowns for an achievement or something. Because that's never happening.
How can this?
Got your gun. Got your wallet.
Damn it. Where's my gun? Lost him. Go get him. 10-4.
How many more guards are they gonna send? Another one. We the best music.
Taking cover. Waiting here. Staying in cover.
Where's my peekaboo?
In position.
A double A market. Yeah, I'm down for that. Let's have some more games like this that are mid-budget. I've been saying that, you know, for all Nintendo's flaws, they understand regular releases, decent quality. You don't need to spend a billion dollars on making some like ultra realistic, super high quality video game that's like a movie. You don't need to. Just release something decent.
Don't move. Ah! Hey, don't shoot.
Don't shoot. Okay. I think I picked up all the ammo, but just run around anyway just to check. Oh no, there's some. So glad I'm past this checkpoint. I don't want to wait 8 to 10 years between entries. I agree. I don't think we should announce games until they're almost complete. Personally. Don't announce Perfect Dark while it's still a CGI cutscene. You know, don't announce DokeV while you're pausing its development. Release Black Desert. Crimson Desert, whatever. Right? Don't announce Metroid Prime 4 if development's not going well. Games are announced too early. And I understand the reason for announcing a game and showing off a CGI trailer. It's not to get players excited, it's to get potential employees excited. people interested in applying to work on said game. Like, I get it, but at the same time, stuff is getting announced too early. It wouldn't be so bad if we didn't know about a game until it was going to land. And again, for the most part, Nintendo seems to understand that. They'll announce something in a direct, and it will be releasing a month later. Or they'll announce something in a direct, and there's a demo on the day it's announced. And the game comes out, like, later that week. Or, check out this game when it drops later today. You know, like... There are examples out there of how to do it. And, you know, big companies are failing to follow the better examples. Smaller games released more often. You know, don't skimp on the quality of them. You don't need to skimp on the quality of a game if you're releasing multiple quickly. You just have to be better at managing it. Like Microsoft, Xbox Gaming couldn't manage their way out of the paper bag when it comes to managing their studios. You know, they just let them do anything, and then they're stuck working on a game that takes 8 years to come out, and, you know, it's not finished when it does. Then you got a Redfall situation where they say, the game shouldn't have released in this state. And it's like, well, you would have seen it running. You would have seen the game in operation. You would have known it's not any good. Don't tell me you released the game without checking its quality. Because I have a hard time believing that. Yeah, Tango put out a game that was bang on the AA, you know, high quality game. And what does Microsoft do? Close the studio. Why? Because Tango dared imply that making a sequel to Hi-Fi Rush would take time. And Microsoft said no. And, like, I get it, Microsoft is course correcting now, but if they had been doing their job properly to begin with, they wouldn't have needed to course correct. They wouldn't have needed to course correct. And again, everybody's got examples of how to do it. Look at what Nintendo's up to. And that will tell you how to do it. Weird, I thought the stream ended 30 minutes ago because it stopped for me. God damn it, YouTube. John Johannes was not aware of the situation until he came back from holiday. Fucking hell. Xbox, you had one job. Here's the thing, right? I'm an Xbox fanboy. I think I will be for a very long time. That said, I can totally acknowledge how much of a fuck-awful job Microsoft has done with the Xbox brand. They have absolutely ballsed it up. Ooh, giblets. Guy came back to literally see a nuke dropped on his studio. Fucking hell. That's sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Oh my god! Would these fuckers stop coming around the corner? Well, it's been long enough. I think I can say it again. Kicking myself that I never played this back in the day. It's been long enough. I can repeat myself again. This is so good. Just mechanically decent. The shooting is solid. It's a pretty looking game with a lot of like fancy lighting effects, real time. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, destructible scenery? I know it's, like, basic. But it's always nice to see. Closing a studio responsible for the first Dishonored and Prey 2017 seems unwise at best, and downright gleefully shooting yourself in the foot at worst. Yeah. Again, because essentially the games that they had pitched were gonna take too long to make. But guess what? The games being pitched were stuff people would want to play. That's the funny thing. That was satisfying. What the fuck is going on with that Everwild? That Everwild game Rare showed us. And they showed us the first trailer for that. They didn't even have any idea what that game was going to be like.
Engage all units. Dispatch, I lost him.
Yeah, now you've mentioned, like, the Half-Life 2 shotgun. This game does have, like, a real Source engine feel, doesn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if that were true. That Rare quickly had to throw a trailer together. Otherwise they would have been on the chopping block. What sort of game is it? I don't know. Microsoft is never gonna, like, truly make their money back on Rare. And at this point, if they keep fucking up, they're not gonna make their money back on Activision Blizzard either. very confused by this puzzle. Aha. Aha! Got it. See if these printed money. That is true.
Turn them on.
And to
Okay, almost finished.
be honest, I don't particularly know why it printed money, because when I tried to play it, it was shit. And then when I tried to play it after it was supposedly good, it was still shit. Maybe I'm just not the audience for Sea of Thieves, but wow, was I not impressed. I mean, when it came out, it basically wasn't complete. It was a game with no win state and no loss state, you know? Wasn't I in this room earlier? Great. So I did all that just to unlock a door.
Increased agility required.
Resident Evil movie called.
Increased agility required.
Are they gonna keep sending guards down there until I clear the room? Okay, great. Oh, I still can't run through the laser. Would you say this is another one you wished you played back then? Funny, yes. I would say this is one I wish I played back then.
Increased agility required.
Don't make a move.
Fuck. No wonder Sea of Thieves came out totally incomplete, seeing how MS runs stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try and avoid, like, being like that, because I still like Microsoft enough, but yeah. It's... after how, like, Redfall came out, after how Halo Infinite came out, after how Sea of Thieves came out,
Increased agility required.
it really can change your perspective on a lot of these things.
Increased agility required.
I jumped! You know, once is okay, fair enough. Twice is a, I don't know, a coincidence.
Required.
3 times is a pattern.
Stop right there.
Increased agility required.
Hellblade 2, I have no idea what was going on with Hellblade 2. Did they think, oh, because it's a narrative-driven game, it will sell? They really shot themselves in the foot. Embargo for Hellblade 2 reviews was, what, like 12 hours before it came out? Something like that? That's not long enough for a gamer to form an opinion based on, you know, the reviews. That's not long enough. What did turning the knob do? Bruh.
Security alert. Defense systems
Oh, now it
offline.
works.
Boiler room accessible.
Access prison through boiler room ventilation system. What's over there, though? Nothing. Day 1 Game Pass surely didn't help. I think so. Yeah. I mean...
Roundhouse kick to the face.
Gotta get out of here, please!
I sort of believed the, oh, Game Pass doesn't hemorrhage sales, like, argument initially. But then I thought about it, and it's like, there's a whole bunch of stuff I played on Game Pass, and then when I let my Game Pass run out, I didn't renew my Game Pass.
Security breach! Call it in!
These rooms remind me a lot of the rooms from Metal Gear Solid prison cells. The same kind of layout. I'm expected to run into the DARPA chief back here. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
Show some ID.
Copy that. I'm on the turrets by the elevators. He's not making it out alive.
Guess I can't open these two. First-party stuff on Game Pass doesn't really lead to profits since it cannibalizes full sales prices. Yeah, I agree. As a consumer, it sure is neat to pay next to nothing for a new game. That is true. That's why, you know, my new games are games that cost next to nothing, but on older hardware. Conflict Denied Ops any good? I've heard bad things about this one.
Good roundhouse kick to the face is what he needs.
Massively destructible environments featuring puncture tech. Hope it's good.
And that's the best piece of ass I've had in a long time.
Chief Donald Anderson, right? Are you Ames? Middle of the road, Conflict Denied Ops. Middle of the road is better than what I've heard. I might want to give that one a go. I might want to bump that one up the list.
Enemy weapon in proximity.
Enemy weapon in proximity.
Security system activated. Security system activated.
That's getting shot from underneath the gun. It's from the tail end of the era of EDOS investing hard into smaller games with potential. Alright.
Enemy weapon in proximity.
Like I said before, I like me some ambition.
Security system activated.
Squad.
Security system
It's so
deactivated.
funny that I need to press something 16 times for it to count.
Shit. Security system activated.
EDOS was a really good publisher if you think about it. I've never really thought about it, to be fair. I liked enough of what they put out. They were the people who published Urban Reign, right? I've been told I should really check that one out. I've been told that one's good. But I slept on Urban Reign.
Security
Worked that
system
time, first time.
deactivated.
Last night I used Sam's AI to test a jump scenario. Not a passive jump to the past, but an invasive one. What you're seeing is the consequence.
Don't really know what's happening in this video clip, but it sure looked nice. Yo, this place is so Art Deco. Like, I just tripped and fell into BioShock, my dude. I just tripped and fell into BioShock. I have a problem. I'm buying way too many Xbox 360 games. What's that? What's that? Not enough? Okay. Buy more? Okay, sounds good. More it is. BioShock 2 I didn't like when I very briefly tried to play it. But to be fair, I wasn't really much of a BioShock 1 fan when BioShock 1 came out. And I had this very nasty glitch when I played BioShock 1 where my screen would just flash rapid, bright colors in one of the areas in the game. It was the place that had like the atrium and the garden. It would rapidly flash like rainbow colors the whole time. And I still have no idea what caused it. But it was such a pain in the ass. Because it basically made huge swaths of the game almost unplayable. I had to sort of run around not being able to see where I was going because of the rapid flashing. Very weird bug. By the end of the game, it sort of cleared itself out. I guess there was sort of like a cell reset on that area, and everything sort of started working as intended, but it was such a bizarre glitch. And that kind of ruined BioShock 1 for me. So I would like to go back and give BioShock 1 another chance, and I would like to go back and give BioShock 2 a proper chance. And both of them were released on Xbox 360. Was Infinite released on 360? My heart says yes. But I'm not sure if it was. I feel like it was too new for 360. Oh, I know, like 2013-ish. Probably was released on 360. Saving content, but I haven't cleared the room out yet. What were you saving? Unreal Engine 2.5 Digital Extremes basically wrote netcode from scratch when they made the multiplayer of 2. Which engine does Conviction run on? Is that UE3? I liked Conviction. I liked Conviction a lot. One of these days I'll go back to it and I'll actually finish it.
We lost one! Got one! Position!
And the entire Splinter Cell series. The entire Splinter Cell series. Including Conviction. Because Conviction seems so much better made than all of the others. Seems crazy to me that that's like UE 2.5. Because it really... It has a UE3 look. It has a UE3 feel. If that's UE 2.5, it's almost like they ported a bunch of features from UE3 forwards. Or rather, ported them back, rather. Well, I haven't played Blacklist, so I can't really vouch for Blacklist. That's one that, you know, I don't think I have. Let me check. Under T for Tom Clancy's Double Agent. That's it. I don't have Conviction, and I don't have Blacklist. I assume Blacklist was 360.
Code 5 armed. What's your status?
Detected.
Don't move! Got you!
New generation was on the horizon and they were still making them for PS3, 360, Wii U? Wow! Yeah, it's really going to sell well on the Wii U, isn't it?
This server will access the weapons R&D data. It's still on a legacy system, so our guy was trying to delay the migration.
Contacting security.
Unauthorized access detected. Please report to Magistrate Security immediately.
Ported their weird Unreal version to Wii U for just one game. Wow. But then again, big red button ported their CryEngine to Wii U for one game. Crytek helped out of fascination and pity. You see, that's... I think for them it was a case of, can it be done? like they were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, etc., etc. Any anime filling your time these days, Yubby? I recently started the original Detective Conan from Series 1. There's some idle anime that somebody on Discord recommended to me, and it turns out that there's Blu-ray rips of it from the Italian Blu-ray release. Well, Italian web release, if people have done English translation subs for it. So I might be checking that out. But I can't remember the name of it. I'm waiting for the new MHA to get English dub. I presume the English dub starts from this week. I would like to finish Hayore Nyaruko-san soon.
Alert. Unauthorized access detected. Please report to magistrate security immediately.
Shit, that was our only shot at getting this data. Look, the central mainframe's on the top floor, but the entire network's encrypted.
I'll see them, they're up there. Woo! That was scary. As soon as I finish Nyaruko-san, I can say I've watched it. But it's finding the time to sit down for it, because it was never dubbed. So, you know, it's being in a situation where I can sit and watch subs. It's the same for Conan. I'm watching it in Japanese with English subtitles, so a lot of the time that's while I'm cooking or getting stuff prepared. You know, if I'm nursing a saucepan full of pasta, then, you know, that's a good time to watch something like Conan. Okay, what's the point in this room then? Is it just set dressing? Yo, we had 60 frames for a second there. Very short periods of 60 frames. Yeah, very short. Just imagine if the 360 was more powerful, what kind of frame rate we could have in this game. Truly be wonderful. Oh, fuck. Can't believe you've done this. I just fell, alright? Jeez. They ported Unreal Engine 2.5, or their bastardized version of it, to the PSP. That's crazy. That seems really kind of unnecessary. I'm probably going to get Paper Mario, so if you want to wait until I live stream it, I guess that's on the cards now. What I'll do tomorrow is I'll see if Argos in Canters has any copies. If not, Tesco might. Tesco doesn't usually carry games, but I think when it's a big major name like that, they might. Argos is the best bet because it's going to be the cheapest. And to be fair, I've only ever played an hour of Thousand Year Door, basically just to test that it worked on my modified GameCube, which it did. I was like, oh, this is alright, I guess. Get round to it eventually, and then didn't get round to it eventually. I'm not going to bring the Switch in here, but, like, having the Office for Existential on Wii and 360 Degrees kind of... It's good to not stream from the same place you sleep. You know what I mean? Like, to have designated rooms for designated functions really helps a lot with, like, the psychological aspect of all this. Kind of good to have that separation, but maybe, you know, Steam games and Switch games still have to be streamed from the bedroom, I think.
System located. Scanning
I don't
network
really
encryption.
fancy bringing the Switch in here. Bad enough having two consoles set up and having to switch the mains when I want to play one and the HDMI cable. Little robot! Little cleaning robot had a flamethrower attached to it.
This elevator is out of service. For your safety, please refrain from using the elevator at this time.
Please refrain from taking the elevator at this time. Did I actually want to get in this yet? Apparently I did. Origami was my first Paper Mario, just the origami look was genius and so pleasing. I've heard it's pretty good. I've heard that there's bits in the story that might make you cry, and that for a Paper Mario game, that's pretty wild. I've heard good things about it. A little weird shit relating to Splinter Cell in general. The PS3 HD trilogy is actually the PC versions ported to PS3 instead of redesigned PS2 versions. That's pretty standard, though. In a lot of cases, the source code is missing for these things, so they end up having to reverse engineer PC versions to get them on consoles. It's like Sonic Gems Collection on GameCube and PS2. The Sonic CD and Sonic R featured in that collection are actually the PC version, reverse engineered. With Silent Hill collection, because the source code was lost, they had to take in-progress, incomplete versions of the PC versions and port them to the hardware. I guess PC, like, code is more malleable, I guess, or there's, like, wrappers and things you can put games through. Echo rifle. Okay, that sounds pretty legit.
We count 3 more.
This time they chose the PC version because the PS2 had truncated levels due to memory issues. Ah. You see, I can think of a good example of, like, weirdness when it comes to versions of games having shortened levels, right? Blasto for the PlayStation 1. Third-person shooter starring the late Phil Hartman. That game, when it was released in Europe, because it only had a certain amount of space, both on disc and in the memory, to have all the game's languages, actual areas in the game had to be made smaller. So the North American version has slightly bigger areas than the European version does.
Only 2 turrets left. Keep it up.
Blasto has a very messy development, though. Like, there was a demo version of Blasto that had filler images to get replaced later, like placeholder files. and one of them is straight up porn. So this PlayStation 1 demo disc has straight up has porn on it. If I were to hazard a guess as to the model, it was an Asian model. Watch me get this way wrong, but Anri Hoshino. Maybe. Shadow of Mordor for PS3 360. Shadows of Mordor. Mordor. This one. Chances are, if you named an Xbox 360 game, it's released in Europe, I probably got it. Well, I probably don't, but there's good odds. I don't know if it ever got the DLC. I could probably tell you. If I go on, like, Miriam. There is no Season Pass and no DLC coming to Xbox and PS3 versions of Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. There's your answer. Never got it. I wonder if it could be backported. Like, if the game might expect to see DLC files in, like, a certain folder or location. If it has the functionality and they just never bothered to release it. Probably not, and I would expect that, like, the assets would have to be in a completely different format. That version really is something, though. One for the pile, do you think? An entirely fresh open-world experience. Was it Shadow of War first and then Shadow of Mordor? Wasn't there, like, one before Mordor? War is the second one. Right, okay, okay. Alright. Might be fun to laugh at. That bad. I don't know, if it's running on Xbox 360 and it has the Nemesis system and everything's all there, then I'm not going to be laughing at it. I think I'm going to be wowed by it.
Heads up, team.
It is ugly, runs badly, And the Nemesis system is completely cut. Okay, we'll be laughing at it. We'll be laughing at it. $22.14. Looks at actual clock. 23.14. That's what I thought. I will be going to bed after this stage. This game doesn't strike me as particularly difficult once you get into the groove of it, you know? Once you understand how it sort of goes. Sort of shit you have to deal with. It's really just one of those tune out sort of games, you know? One of those tune in, turn off, and drop kind of games.
Great job. The perimeter's clear for approach. Now, you need to get to higher ground and find the docks. Turn it on and we'll head back.
I like this. I like this a lot. Will I come back to it and finish it? I don't know. I don't tend to finish very many games these days. I tend to stick with the games that cost a lot of money, and I tend to try and finish those. But otherwise, I don't tend to finish that many games nowadays. You know what this reminds me of a little bit? Atomic Heart. Jetpack soldiers. Jetpack. Jetpack. Jetpack to where you once belonged. Jetpack Jojo. Oh, you see, this one actually has a scope. Kind of hoping I could trigger whatever it is. Come through the doorway. Open the door. Open the door.
Don't see anything down there. Team, stay alert. Airborne, fan out. Understood. He's gone.
Come on, mates. Come on. This is one way. Perfectly acceptable. Problem is, I see markers on my map, and then I don't see any enemies when I go looking for them.
Taking casualties.
I get where you're coming from. The rain level really sort of showed off this game's tech in a beautiful way. The tech itself is less impressive when you're in a very sort of static environment like this, but it also did a good job of explaining visually how the mechanic was working. Because everyone knows how rain falls, right? So you're seeing the rain going up, you're reversing time. You're seeing it floating in the air, it stopped. You're seeing it going down slower, you're slowing time. You know, they don't need to tell you what a mechanic is doing because you're picking that up from the visual feedback that the game is giving you.
Don't move.
It makes sense that they don't have to show you the rain now, because they've already explained how the game's mechanics work through that. So I totally get why they had the first level raining, because it better indicates how the actual mechanic is working. Locate the switch for the docked beacon.
Great, we have the visual. Get up on the dock. Hurry.
Oh. Cutscene. The guy was running on the spot. Was that me? Was that me running on the spot?
Crone finally saw the beta suit last night. He looks stunned. Tucker told him we're ahead of schedule because of you.
Oh, so with snow they don't, like, undo tire tracks and stuff. Yeah, I can understand. On 360, what, 2009? 2007! On 360, 2007! 2 years after the launch of the console. Yeah, that would have been too much to ask. So this is the snow level, I take it.
I thought we did you in for a second there. Wouldn't want that to happen before we met face to face.
So a 2007 release means this is like a late 2005 or early 2006 development begins.
Sir?
That's
See
some...
this?
Yeah, what's the problem?
No problem, sir. None at all. It's just, you know
Considering-
how earlier the suit somehow decoded my system and forced the download?
Yeah, so?
That's...
So, that suit somehow duplicated
pretty
Chrome's
incredible.
entire network. It hacked every encrypted file, every security video feed, and every piece of R&D intel. The whole network, all of it.
So I gotta stop a blimp from getting
Just
blown up.
relax.
Holy shit, sir. Look at this one. It's a classified prison file.
Wait, what are you getting at?
That sounds like it's gonna be
I think
very
Delta
annoying.
Battalion is still alive.
Wait. What?
They're all on this roster, so they haven't been executed yet.
Right. Where is it?
The prison's just outside Nome, close to the slave.
Act 6. So I've done 2 of 6 missions, essentially. That's crazy. Well, I definitely enjoyed my time with this one. I'm not sure if I will return to it. But based on what I played, I definitely would have enjoyed this when it came out. Definitely kicking myself over the fact that I hadn't played it until now. Genuinely moved by that. I got this game confused with Singularity. The Singularity is the Russian time control one. Singularity. I apparently do not have. How much is it at the sex place? £8. Wow. 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 Do I have that one on Steam? I do not. I do not. Maybe PS3. I don't really deal with a lot of PS3. PS3 tends to be more my brother's scene. I can tell you what games I own on PS3 though. If I go to the joint list between me and my brother, and then SingStar, 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 Siren, Blood Curse. No. We do not have it on PS3 either. God, having a joint spreadsheet that we can check is incredibly convenient. Right, thank you very much for coming. Yeah, I think I like this very much. But probably not gonna come back to it. I'd like to get hold of Singularity. I'm gonna keep my eyes open. Maybe I'll pop by my good friends at Level Up Games sometime soon, because occasionally they get 360 stuff in. It's not all that common, but it does happen. I am going to shortlist this one and this one. I'll make a decision as to which one I want to play next. And I've made my decision as to which one I want to play next. And it's a 2-disc game that requires a hard drive, and I don't currently have a hard drive for this Xbox 360 because it's a slim. So it's gonna be the other game. So the next one will be this one. Okay. Until next time, if we live that long, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.